The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. Now he's free to midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Gino on 1st down. Pass complete to DK Metcalf. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Geno. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up second down. Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Over the dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Smith. That is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that little partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Now Geno. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now a second down throw for Cousins. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On second down, here's the Wanger. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Hey, no, easy.
They'll run here with Akers. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal. Akers again. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Joseph on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. And we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
There we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running left is Walker. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And going right back to Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
This is 2nd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Smith sliding out of the pocket. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, that was the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Listen to me.
They go play action. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Cousins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To throw is Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And bulldozing his way through. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A big play there for me. Yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu, 33 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Back to Walker on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Smith on first down. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time. From the red zone now, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Smith. A sack back at the 16-yard line. But Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 36 yards. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Smith. And that's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 42 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Steamer! Gun!
Cousins to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangwu, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Joseph now to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Well, this this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now Gino on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. He's to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Smith. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Smith. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That third down conversion good for 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Smith throwing again.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Smith. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. They're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, long run.
Smith. Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point now coming from Myers. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. And how about this decision? Tie game, 4th quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Let's go now.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers from 17 yards out. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption. And this will be caught at the 30.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Here's 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Here's Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they got to cover well and make sure they don't get in the range and put one through the post.
In the 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to